Guys, this is a walk around the all-new Tesla Model 3. So the front, you've got full LED headlights, as you can see. You have 4 parking sensors integrated to the front bumper there. It's quite nice. Got some cameras mounted on the side. Tesla badge over here. Quite nice. In terms of the wheels, they are Continental Pro Contact RX tires, and they are, what's the tire size? Not too sure about the tire size, doesn't tell you. That's okay. Oh, there you go. They are 19-inch rims. A bit hard to see there. Got this sort of stainless steel finish all around here. Looks really nice. You also got some cameras mounted on the side. As I mentioned, on the side of the indicator there, and towards the front over there. Show the interior. The badging isn't there, but this is the Model 3, in case you are wondering. Tail lights. You got a mix of like a piano black finish towards the end there, and you've got these different sort of finishes towards the inside of the light here. It's got a really nice aluminium effect there. Quite like that. Rear backup camera. 4 parking sensors in the rear. It's a manual tailgate. One thing I quite like is when the boot opens, the entire glass piece, which is actually all as one, and actually looks really nice. I kind of like how they integrate that into the design. Normally when they open the boot, what happens is they have to cut part of the window and it goes along with the boot, and it doesn't look quite nice. But what they've done here is they actually kept it as one entire piece. Looks really nice. So you got a little bit of interior illumination here, so obviously, so you can see. If I pull this up, you've got actually a lot of storage here, which is really good. A bit hard, it's a bit dark, but yeah. The seats do fold down flat, which I'll show you in just a moment. There's a little toggle right here. If I just pull this down, they fold down. Whoop. Obviously, because the front seat's been in the way, I'll just put this a bit forward, but whoops, move that a bit forward. The seats fall down nice and flat, which is really nice. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. Just a minute. Now there's a toggle right over here. Pull that, and you can see that the seats fall down completely flat, which is really good. Nicely carpeted. It's actually got a lot of room, so which is really good. So you can easily slide large suitcases and whatnot. Also, there's actually quite a lot, decent amount of height as well, so they won't actually get stuck. Normally when you go for sedans, the height and the width isn't big enough, but in this case it's perfectly fine, which is good. Now this one's a left-hand drive model. Reason being because this one's obviously shipped to the States just for show, but for Australia they will bring out the right-hand drive model. Show you the space in the front. Now there's no actual buttons, so what you do is you actually just press this little, you just press open here, opens the front. Now this is where things get a bit interesting. Oh, okay. And it opens really easily, whereas in the past on Tesla Model S's there was a little toggle, whereas here you don't have to fiddle with anything. Obviously you got space at the front, as you can see here, so you can put maybe shopping, small bits and pieces, a suitcase, wiper fluid, and that is your all your other sort of information in case you need to know. It's a very clean design, which is really good. Tesla is more the company that sort of encourage people to go into the whole electric market, which is really, really good, and probably made electric cars really exciting, whereas other cars weren't as exciting when they were electric compared to the Tesla. Powered seats. So here's the interior of the Tesla Model 3. It's actually a really nice interior. To the front, got a leather wrapped steering wheel. Feels really nice. Also, you got some black stitching, which is a bit hard to see here. Love these indicators, they look really, really cool. So you've got these really flush looking indicator stalks. So for your indicators, wipers, and you've got, obviously you don't have a gear selected towards the center here, you've got it on the side here. The build quality feels really good. Soft touch dash, really nice. Door cards also feel really good as well. Got some leather here as well, which is really nicely padded with this really neat grey stitching. You also got some gloss black trim here, which is also really nice, and a really nice piece of Alcantara that goes all the way in the door card here. Another thing I actually quite like is you actually got some pockets on the side there, which is really good. Can easily fit. This is, in case you're wondering, a 750 milliliter bottle, and you can easily fit that here, which is actually really great. So look at that. So you've got some really good storage here, and it's also illuminated, which is really, really neat. Good storage cup holders too, and you can also fit things there too. So you've got a lot of storage here, and it's also textured as well, which is good. So if you've got like a wallet, it won't fiddle around or make too much noise, and it's also been dampened. In terms of closing this, you just push to press open, and you just slightly tap it, and it magnetizes in place. As for this one, I believe it's all okay. So you just press it like that, and you've got quite deep storage here. So just to show how deep it is, I'll just use the height of the bottle, and that pretty much fits the bottle, which is actually pretty impressive. So you could actually put a slightly small bottle, and it'll fit here too. So it's actually really great. Actually, when I put an angle, it fits the whole thing. Fantastic. So you got storage to pull bottle, which is really, really great. So it shows how much height you've got. Leather point seats, as you can see. Also feel very plush. center armrest is also leather. And also it's nicely padded as well. Got your keys, wallet, not. So all this is storage for you, and it's also illuminated, nicely padded. Got some wood here too, like a wood grain. It's a little dash. All the buttons feel really nice and solid. Quite like the scroll wheel too. Scroll use 3 stations. Voice command, obviously. But and this is the main attraction, the big UI screen. So obviously you can see here you've got all your controls to open the car. So if you want to open the boot, you press that button there. If you want to open the boost in the front, or the frunk as they call it in America, so you got a boost in the front, and you can also open the rear boost. As you can see, you just press the button there. So the benefit of having a big screen, obviously navigation and media. So got a really big screen, which is really handy. If I'll show you all the little car controls, so here is all your controls to turn your lights, you change your mirrors. You got different lighting modes, and in terms of the screens, the responsiveness, it's fantastic. It's really fast. Dome lights, you've got all your lock controls if you want to change whatnot you want. You've got your display settings. You can obviously adjust your brightness, different modes. So when you're at night, which is actually quite handy, it blacks out the screen so you don't get that really annoying white contrast in your face, which is a great way to protect your eyesight. Different energy modes, unit to measure and whatnot. Different driving modes: chill, standard, comfort, sport, creep, super style. It's very simple. I actually quite like it. Autopilot. So in case you're wondering what autopilot is, it's kind of, it can drive itself really. So the car will steer itself and manage speeds, and I believe also can do lane changes, so you can actually detect the car in front and make safe lane changes. That doesn't mean you just let the car do the work, but it's great. So if you're really exhausted, you can actually do that, and you can have all your settings here. Different settings to how far distance you want to cruise at, the following distance, speed limits, your different settings for the chimes. You've got the actual speed, where you can actually adjust how fast you want the speed to go for the car, and all your safety, forward, warning collision and whatnot. Navigation, obviously your small things, and your service stuff, so it's really great. And that's your glove box, so you just press that, what I did before, and you got a really nice padded glove box. Hard to see on the angle, but it's actually quite decent, which is really good, and it's really nice. I love the choice of materials as well. They feel very nice, solid, semi soft touch materials, which is really great. Vents. Now this is a bit funny. So you have this one large vent that goes all the way here, and you're probably wondering how's it direct air. So the way it's designed, it actually can circulate the air in the cabin, keeping all the occupants really cool. So it actually can travel all the air towards the rear, which is actually really great. So sometimes people are confused how this works, but it uses so it actually is designed in a way where it can actually circulate air. That's the way. So even though it's shooting at your face right here, it can actually, as a loop, circulate. Whereas most of the time when you've got air conditioning vents, what it does is they just shoot air in different directions, but it doesn't actually circulate as well. So that's actually a pretty interesting design feature they've done there. Obviously for your music, to play your tunes, heated seats. This is obviously your fan speeds. So you can actually, so you can actually click the type of seats you want to heat up. I actually like how they have a lot of visual representations. I feel a lot of cars like that. So it's actually really neat, and actually work really fast too. Your temperature for your fan speeds, sync, front rear demister, and all that. And oh, it's got some other stuff too. And your levels, so you can actually get an average of how much you're using. Range, in terms of range, that's another thing. This car has a range of 220 miles to 310 kilometers. Not too sure, but I believe that's about 500. I'll give you a proper conversion in the description below, which is actually pretty good. Also, see what other stuff you have. You've got, let's see, charging. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Got charging. You have one of the things you've got. Cameras. I think that's really cool. Wait till it loads up a little bit. Or maybe the car's to be on for that. I'm not too sure. So obviously you got your cameras. You can actually select where you want to see internet. Obviously you can browse on the web on this, which is really great. With the big screen, it's very handy if you do a lot of business. And you can see the responsiveness is really good too. How did you go back? Okay. Calendar. Yeah, pretty cool. So you've got a lot of stuff on the screen. So everything is controlled through the screen here, which is actually pretty cool. And yeah, awesome stuff. Small vanity mirrors. Illumination. Sunroof. Actually, let's see if I can actually open that. I think I've done it before, but it's alright. But you normally would slide the glass and it would open the panoramic sunroof, which is really cool. I'll open the doors, you just press that and it opens. All carpeted. Build quality of this car, excellent. It's very nice. The seats are super comfortable. Quite like that a lot. Oh, I'm gonna open this up. So the charging port. I did mention the seats do fold down. And they lock into place. Got mounting points for baby boost, which is quite handy. Let's jump into here. The legroom is actually pretty nice. It's actually pretty decent. I've put the seat quite far back, but if I put it in a normal position, I'll show you. I'm pretty small, but there's plenty of room here, which is good. Good knee room. Pockets. Got two vents to the rear. You got one thing, obviously, completely flat, so the best part of that is you actually have a space to keep your feet, and Tesla's actually pretty smart, and they've actually made a curve here so you can actually reach your feet over there, meaning that your feet don't get interrupt other occupants. Now I'll show you the dashboard and the race seats, saying the charge port's open because I opened it by accident. A little bit dark in here, so I do apologize, but really cool stuff. Same as the front seats, you get that black sort of stitching here. Good plush finish. And excellent rear, you got a really big rear window there, which is really great. And you don't really have any blind spots, which is actually quite unusual. Normally you have pretty large blind spots when you have a sloping roof line, but they've actually pretty much given you quad windows and everything, which is actually really neat. Two cup holders here. I'll quickly just reach out to show you storage wise, and you can see you can fit a 250ml bottle there, which is quite nice. And the sides here, you can fit one too, which is great. Same treatment in the front. You've got soft door cards, semi-soft top. Same leather treatment here, and you got Alcantara as well. Adjustable as well. Very good. And I'll just show you this last bit. You can see build quality is quite nice. So you've got Alcantara, much, and you can see in here it's also nicely padded here. Normally in a lot of cars they miss this pull apart and they're hard plastics, but here it's really soft and really nice. So it's quite neat. And show you the rear. Another thing is because you don't have an engine and you have all the batteries which are stored here, it's actually super safe. That's one thing I just remembered. Reason being because you got no space here, you actually this whole part can act as a comfort zone, keeping all the occupants safety. Whereas with when you do have an engine here, most of the time you have to have a collapsible steering wheel, or you have to have other sort of features that help reduce the amount of force that goes into the occupant safety. So it's actually pretty neat. I mean, that's my little walk around of the all new Tesla Model 3. I'm sorry for the mistakes during the video and the radio running in the background, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And this car is for sale at Tesla in Chadstone Shopping Centre. So it'll give you an idea. Chadstone Shopping Centre, and this car is for sale. So feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in purchasing this car, I'll leave the details in the description below. Thanks for watching.